All right, guys, welcome to the combatives portion of ARMR Up. We're going to talk about the striking progression. The striking progression is built in to create the motor memory, the correct motor memory through repetition. We are showing you guys these strikes because we want you to be able to visualize and see exactly what we're doing with our technique, the combatives that we've built over time to set you guys up for success. So the progression through the striking typically is going to follow something along like this. We're going to do shadow boxing for one. That's going to give you guys control in the air, know how to not hyperextend your arm and be able to retract. The second one is going to be something that has a band attached to it to give you some good resistance all the way through the movement. Sometimes we'll vary that with some isometrics, some isometric holds, or being able to come back eccentric. Whatever the case is, you're going to see, we're going to prescribe that to you guys. The third one is probably going to be some variation of med ball toss or something to create resistance on the way out so you can retract. The fourth one, typically the way we end is with full contact, full power striking. So now you're nice and warmed up. Everything's moving the way it should be. You've created good motor memory. Now you can apply it for reality. That's typically how we end our days on Tuesday and Wednesday. We have the high line striking, we have the low line striking. Sometimes we're going to combine both. But when you see this striking progression, the striking progression is going to be very similar to all of them. So this is the overview, and as we build up this program, we're going to show you guys more and more the specifics of each strike. As you guys can imagine, it takes time to be able to build those out, and you guys will see those to come over the period. But right now, I'm going to walk through one progression, and I'm going to start with the face smash, one of the most common strikes in combatives. As I start here, if the striking progression calls for 11 strikes on each side, all I'm going to do is start my striking progression. I'm going to get in my non-violent posture. I'm going to offset my feet, and my striking progression is going to look like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, up until 11 on that side. Then I'm going to switch to the other side. Number 1. 2. Hey man, relax dude, I'm just looking to get by. Okay, all the way up until 11. So I do the left and the right. Once I complete that, then I'm going to move to my banded progression. I'm going to do the same thing, but now I'm going to switch to bands. Okay, we're going to have bands available for you guys, but try to grab a band that you can take with you everywhere. Hard point it to something, maybe something a little bit more solid in the bag. But for this example, I'm just going to show you guys it's the same position. Okay, I'm going to start off with the same non-violent posture, and I'm going to go through my striking progression, and I'm going to go the lead side all the way up until 11. 1, 2, 3, and then switch. Other side. 1, 2. Okay, if it calls for eccentric or some type of hold, it might look like this. 1. Back slow, controlled. We're telling you this so you can program your body and know when you're doing what. So you create control based off of that motor memory. It's going to help you guys in reality. And then do a full strike. Now, after the banded stuff, I might move to a med ball, where now I can create a little bit more resistance on the way out, and it's a little bit more dynamic and weight behind the movement. So I might look like this. I get in my non-violent posture as best as I can. I'm up here, and then I throw the ball. Right back to my face to protect my central nervous system, chin down. Once the fight starts, I want to set myself up for success. Grab the ball again. I do that all the way up until 11, then I switch sides. This is my lead side now. Okay. Again, maybe I assist it if I have a hard time holding it, and I just get that good extension right back here, okay? That is my progression with the med ball. The last thing that I'm going to do, and typically what we're going to ask you to do, is full contact striking with full power. Now that everything's warmed up, I did my shadow boxing, I did my bands, and I did my med ball. Then I'm going to move to this. It's going to be the last thing that I do in the whole ARMR template in the ARMR Up section. Why is that important to us? Because this ARMR Up section is really what's going to make the difference. This is the connection to reality, and this is why we're training. It's that purpose. It's that connection. So these last reps need to be your best reps. I want you to end with creating that motor memory, even though you might be smoked, but end with these reps being the best ones before you step off the mat, before you step out of the gym. Feel good about everything you did to translate up into the point where high heart rate, you might be sweating, your body might be fatigued, but you're gonna get good motor memory by ending these reps to be your best ones, okay? I'm gonna get on the bag right here. Okay, say if I have a bag, I'll do a couple on hawk, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. Okay, on hawk. Relax, man, that's all good. All the way up until 11, each side. That's how we're gonna end our striking progression. Good motor memory, everything working the way we want with good technique, and ending with the best reps possible. That is the combative striking progression that's integrated into ARMR Up, and it's there for a reason, to make you guys better at protecting yourself, to translate to reality, and hopefully you guys can teach this stuff to your kids, to your family, just to make them better. ARMR Up, guys, and we'll see you on the next move.